Hi everyone, it's Ms. White, and today we're doing 5.4 using dialogue. We use dialogue to bring our characters to life. There are three ways to write dialogue. The first is like this, where you put what someone said first and then who said it. Okay, bro, he said. You could also put who said it first, he said, comma, okay, bro. Or you can separate the sentence, okay, he said, bro. All three of these are correct. Probably the simplest one is this top one. If you're getting started with writing dialogue, maybe stick to this type. And if you feel like getting fancy, you can do those others. Okay, something else a little fancy that you can try is to reveal, to show something about your character by including an action in the description. So for example, wow, great YouTube channel, she said, rolling her eyes. So if we left out rolling her eyes and someone said, wow, great YouTube channel, we might think that she really meant it was great. But when we add rolling her eyes, we know that she's being sarcastic. She's not actually saying it's great. Okay, here are a few rules to remember. Rule number 1, a direct quotation begins with a capital letter, always. Here's an example. Shems whispered, I wish I could wake up one day as a cat. That's nice, shouted Anas. Sorry, Anas. Okay, rule number 2. When a quotation is interrupted into two parts with words like he asked or the teacher demanded, the second part begins with a lowercase letter. What, Miss White asked, are you supposed to be doing? So see how this is all one sentence? What are you supposed to be doing? So we don't capitalize the A there. I think, said Andrew, that she's about to get mad. Rule number 3. When writing dialogue, all punctuation marks at the end of the quotation go inside the quotation marks. So for example, you see the comma up here and the period in here. They're all inside the quotation marks. Let's go eat cicadas, suggested Ryland. Wilson replied, once I ate a snail, Georgia added, at a French restaurant. It was pretty good. Rule number 4, do not put a period at the end of a quotation followed by things like she said, Mom asked, he explained. Use commas, question marks, and exclamation marks, but not periods. Periods and sentences. So here you see it's an exclamation point. Here it's a comma. The math teacher is driving me crazy, Arshman yelled. Hey, my mom teaches that class, Tyler replied. Rule 5. Make a new paragraph. Indent when a different person begins to speak. Okay, so this is a bit hard to show here, but you can either use the tab button when you're writing, or maybe in IncoWriter you put an enter to leave a space if you have people talking back and forth. Last night I had a dream that I made friends with a giant marshmallow, Lindsay said. That's weird. I had a dream that I stepped on a talking marshmallow while he was screaming, replied Rocio. Oh no, Lindsay gasped. Was his name Bubba? Okay, so for our practice in Google Classroom, you're just going to be adding punctuation here using the rules on the last few slides. And then you will also be adding dialogue to your game. Of course, you could just add, like as a choice, what you could say in quotation marks. So you don't even have to say like you say. You could just write it in quotation marks and then the player will know that that's what they would say.